Every episode on Celebrity Encounters podcast, we interview real people just like you sharing their own personal celebrity encounters. And with a little storytelling help from us and a few surprises from here in Las Vegas, this is Celebrity Encounters Podcast.
Welcome to Celebrity Encounters Podcast.
I'm Harlan.
I'm Alan.
And today we have our special guest, one of our favorite guests, Leslie from Hollywood, California.
Hi, Leslie. How are you today?
Hey, nice to see you.
Hey.
Hey.
We're ready to go. So, Leslie, we understand you've got a celebrity encounter to share with us. What you got?
Oh my gosh. Okay. This is harkening back to my childhood. And if people remember David McCallum, who was in NCIS most recently, but way back, he was in shows like The Man from U.N.C.L.E., the original series Man from U.N.C.L.E., and also played in a show called The Outer Limits.
All right, hold on a second, because I'm not familiar with David McCallum. Give me, because you know everybody. Who is this person?
So, most recently, David McCallum played Ducky on NCIS until he died last year.
Oh.
He was magnificent on NCIS. It was always a treat to listen to him pontificate during the show. He was the medical examiner on NCIS.
All right.
But he was Ilya Kuryakin in Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Oh.
So he played a spy.
And for people who don't know what Man from U.N.C.L.E. is, what is that?
It was in the 60s. It was a spy show.
Okay.
Okay, it was
Like a James Bond kind of a thing?
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely,
Yeah, kind of,
absolutely.
yeah.
Okay.
And there were two guys that were involved in espionage. And Ilya Kuryakin was kind of like, I want to say like a double agent, that he was supposed to have been Russian, but
Right.
he was working for the Americans and the Brits somehow.
Right.
Right, yeah, which is why he had that name. But of course, he wasn't Russian at all. He was British. But
Did he have a Russian accent?
they,
Do you remember?
No, he didn't.
No, he was, no.
There wasn't.
he didn't.
I'm going to, nothing.
No, and during his time with NCIS, he had the British accent.
Oh, interesting.
So
Because he's
Because he was
British, right?
English.
yes, he
was
is British.
so
Yes,
that was right.
and he's a great actor. I mean, he really is a good actor.
Oh,
And-
that's so interesting that they wouldn't have utilized his accent back then, because it seems like that would have been kind of a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
But he did a Russian accent or didn't have a Russian accent on the show. Do you remember?
I can't
Because this would have
remember
been
that.
back in the day when
In the
Cold
60s.
War, yeah, the Cold War was going
Yeah,
on. So
right.
probably I could see one of the TV network, standards of practice like, oh no, you can't have a character with a Russian accent. He has to sound American.
Yeah.
No, well, he sounded definitely British there, but I don't know if they ever had him speak in Russian, just to kind of give a hint there. No, he just had a name, that indicated he was an agent, maybe a double agent. And he had that name because he was able to expose, Soviet espionage. So you want to hear about my encounter?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Oh, so he was pretty well known, and lots of, teenage girls, I was a kid, but lots of teenage girls had crushes on him, and he would be in the teen magazines and everything because he was pretty good looking. He was pretty cute. So that particular day, my mom, being the mom of that era, as I mentioned in the other story I told you, it was like, go off, go play on the freeway. We'll see you at dinner time. There was just not the oversight that parents have today. So she said, go off to the post office and mail this package for me. So I walked to the local post office, and who's in line but the Man from U.N.C.L.E.
I feel like this is a spy episode setting
He
up.
was sending something back to Russia.
That's right. Oh, you caught him in the act.
Likely.
Yeah.
Likely. There was all kinds of...
And did you recognize him right away?
I recognized him. Oh, yeah. Immediately. I was kind of scared to go and talk to him because I had such a crush on him. I don't remember. I must have been like 8 or 9 or something like that. But I still kind of had a crush on him. And I thought, well, what am I going to say to him? You know, because I knew that he was like a big TV star. And so he was just standing patiently in line. And I decided, all right, I mustered up my trademark strength and walked right up to him. And I said, Mr. Kolyakov, which was actually not his real name. I said, Mr. Kolyakov, I said, can I get your autograph? He said, of course. And I had nothing to autograph except the package that I was holding. And so he whipped out a pen and he wrote, he said, what's your name? And I told him my name, and he gave me this really lovely little message.
Was it code numbers, or what kind of spy information did he write for you?
So he wrote it on the package?
He wrote a code. Code.
I knew it. It's the perfect ruse. Did he know where the package was going?
Because my mom told me to mail it. It was going to my aunt in Pittsburgh.
See, then all he has to do is call up his spy connection in Pittsburgh to pick up the code. Oh,
Yeah,
this is good.
I guess. But, you know, I was so excited. And he waved goodbye as he walked out the post office. And then I was next in line. And I had to get the postage put on the package. And then there it went. I didn't keep the package. I mean,
Did you go home and tell your mom to tell her sister?
Yeah. Save the package.
Save the package. And call the police.
And call the police. That's right.
Well, you realized why the young girls liked him is in the 60s he recorded an album.
What?
Yeah. He was a singer. So
He actually did.
Yep.
He recorded an album.
I will give you $50 if you can tell me what song he sang.
I don't know.
All right.
I wasn't a teenage girl at the time.
So who's the one that's famous in Germany right now? Hasselhoff. He was David Hasselhoff of that time. Is that what you're saying? He was big in Britain.
Kind of. I mean, he wasn't like a hard body muscle guy. He was just kind of like cool.
Yeah.
You know, he was just like.
He was a shorter guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought all spies were tall.
I was like 4 feet tall.
Yeah, right. Well, it was a couple of years after she walked into Jimmy Stewart.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's part of Leslie's lifeline.
Right. She keeps walking into people's knees.
So he signs the pact.
Then I got a short one.
So
I still haven't had the pygmy yet, but that'll happen.
Absolutely. So when it's your time to go up to the counter, were you just dumbfounded on what to do? Because you had this package that mom says you got to mail, right?
Yeah, I was just really bummed out. Really bummed out at the time. I knew it was a birthday gift from my aunt, and I had to mail it, and I was just like, gosh darn it. And I'd waited in line like 20 minutes, and I knew, can I go home? I was thinking, like, could I go home and like swap out the wrapping and keep the signature? And then I thought, no, my mom will be mad if I didn't,
That was a great birthday gift for her sister. Gets this package with David McCallum's signature on it. Are you sure?
To Leslie.
Kind of like, what is this scribble?
Sure she didn't save it?
Well, I'm just thinking, like, this little kid goes up to the counter upset about, and the post office is trying to be kind and be like, it's okay, little girl, I'll take the package from it. And Leslie's like, I don't want to give you the package. Right, exactly. Yeah. It's like, oh no, I'll take it, you're good.
Can we cut out this piece on the back?
Oh my God.
That was so sad. It was the one celebrity signature that went away in the U.S. Postal Service mail.
Oh, that's amazing. And then the flip side of the coin is like the package comes, and I'm imagining the aunt not even looking, just seeing the return address that it came from you all, and it's like,
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, like, best wishes, Leslie, from Scribble, Scribble, Scribble.
Right.
So,
Right.
she didn't quite get it.
Oh,
And
man.
immediately, because I did ask her, do you still have the wrapping? And she said I threw it away.
Oh.
So, yeah, sad.
Yeah, it's very sad. That would be worth something today.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably,
And that was the last gift they ever gave to her aunt. That's it. Because,
Yeah, she's still alive, my aunt.
oh, wow.
Yeah, she's still alive.
Well,
I should repeat it.
that would
Yeah.
that'd be very funny if you could.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, no, she was probably smart for like just throwing it away because she had the code on the paper, and you don't want that in the house,
Like Mission Impossible.
That's right.
It's self-destruct,
That's
right?
right. You want it out of the garbage can.
Immediately.
Let the Russians come and get it out of the garbage can.
Is that how it works?
That's how it works.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. And then the garbage explodes and you kill a Russian. I guess that's appropriate
know.
today.
The Russians
No
were going to
politics.
come and to like a poor Jewish lady in a suburb of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Oh my God, that's so awesome. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think, have you ever run into anybody in the post office?
Not in the post office. I've run into the grocery store.
Because
When
those are so similar.
when Donnie Osmond was doing Joseph
Right,
and the Amazing Color Dream Code,
right.
I was in the Chicago area in a suburb called Skokie, and he was living in Wilmette, which was the next suburb over, and I had a business in Wilmette. I would go to the Jewel food store, the grocery store, and he was always in there shopping. And it was really interesting because people would wave and say hi to him, but nobody bothered him.
Right.
Because he was kind of part of the community, went to the church in Wilmette. He was a very good neighbor there. So, but I ran into him a number of times in the grocery store there.
Do you remember anything odd or unique that he purchased?
No, I wasn't shopping out of his cart.
Fair enough. You had good money back
Few
then.
people's shopping carts. When you see them in the supermarket and you go, oh, they did the liquor section.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
4 bottles of whiskey or something like that.
No, I
That's
remember he
right.
was always
You'll
in.
never tell.
Right. Sacramento wine.
He liked the fruits and vegetables section. I always saw him. That's where I saw him getting apples and oranges and stuff in the fruits and vegetables section. So
Huh. That's a fun one. That's definitely a fun one. Yeah, in LA that happens all the time. But every time that I had one of those things, it was like, oh, that's odd that they're getting like Depend diapers or something that you just wouldn't expect, type of thing. And yes, I do shop out of their carts.
yeah, wow.
But that's just me, I'm saying.
No, he was a nice guy, and one of my friend's daughters was in the show, Joseph, with him, and he would drive her down because they lived about 2 blocks from each other. So,
Nice. I'm Harlan,
I'm Alan.
and this is Celebrity Encounters Podcast. Thank you, Leslie.
Thanks, Leslie.
You're welcome.
We'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in today, and if you enjoyed our show, please subscribe, rate, and review our podcast on all your favorite platforms. We'll see you next week with the next episode of Celebrity Encounter Podcast.